Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're gonna be reviewing another game. On this game, I was playing as white, and my opponent was playing as black. This game was very quick. It was fast. When I mean quick, I don't mean like the play. I meant the moves. It was like 19 moves. It ended very fast because of a mistake my opponent made, which was a fatal mistake that led to a checkmate. It wasn't those blunders that you make that makes you lose a piece or a pawn. That's a big blunder that allows a checkmate. Let's see on what happened until we reach that point of checkmate. I, I started with the king's pawn opening, pawn to e4. This is the common move. Then my opponent opted for the Scandinavian defense. Then I accepted the pawn, of course. Then my opponent didn't accept the pawn with the queen. That's the variation of the Scandinavian. You continue with queen takes pawn, but my opponent opted for the modern variation, bringing out the knight attacking the pawn. So I protected the pawn with knight to c3, but it's pointless or futile at this position because the pawn is attacked by two pieces, the queen and the knight, which he accepted. Then I took the knight and took back with the queen. Then I played the queen's pawn to d4. Then my opponent continuing their development, played knight to c6. Then I also played knight to f3. And my opponent played bishop to g4, pinning my knight to the queen. Then I covered that pin with bishop to e2 and pinning my queen. Then my opponent went for the long castle, for the long castling on the queen side. Then I played bishop to e3 because my pawn was attacked by three pieces, which are the rook, knight, and queen, and was only protected by two pieces, which are the knight and the queen. So I had to find a third piece to protect the pawn. But I think at this position I should have just played pawn to c3, protecting my pawn with the pawn on c2. I think this move was the computer says that bishop to e3 is an okay move, but the better move was to protect by the pawn. Alright, let's continue. Then my opponent took the knight on f3, which I took back with the bishop and attacked the queen. My opponent pushed queen to b5, attacking the pawn on d2. Then I played pawn to b3, which was a blunder. And I was blinded by the queen attacking my pawn, so I didn't see that my opponent had other plans. So my opponent took the pawn on d4 with the knight. And when I took back with the bishop, they pushed the pawn. Now the bishop is pinned to the queen. So they're looking to capture the bishop that way. After that brilliant knight move, don't know, they played that way because they wanted to win the pawn in the process. So that's the reason why they opted for that move, for that kind of exchange. So they wanted to win the pawn in the process, so they won the pawn. Now my bishop is pinned to the queen, and they are attacking my bishop with the pawn. So I can't move my bishop because I'm gonna lose my queen. So I continue with the play. I attack the queen with the bishop on c2, which is it's a mistake. I should have attacked with the other pawn. I don't know why I used that pawn to attack the queen. I guess I just wanted to kick out the queen or stop the queen from covering the diagonal that prevents my king from castling. So that's why I think that's why I played that pawn move. Then my opponent pushed queen to b4 with a check. Then I played king to e2. Then my opponent took the bishop with the knight, with this, which is the best move. I thought they were gonna take with the pawn, but the best move was to take with the knight, because now you are attacking the queen, and the knight is protected by the pawn. So it's either take the rook or move the queen. But the best move is to move the queen, because the queen has more points than the rook, so or it's more valuable than the rook. I move queen to c2. At this position, I saw this kind of a checkmate. But at this position, it wasn't possible. I just saw that if I had an opportunity, I will be able to play this checkmate. If I'm able to remove the rook on the d file, I'll be able to play checkmate. But it was just something that I thought that if I got a chance, I would play. But it wasn't easily possible, or it wasn't that simple or that easy to happen. So, but I thought maybe I'll find a chance. But as you can as I told you at the beginning of the video, I got that chance after the mistake. I got this chance of attacking this d file, removing the rook on the d file. So my opponent played bishop to c5. After this move, I looked at this, I was like, oh, you opened my his rook. I thought maybe he was opening up, my opponent was opening up the rook to cover that square, or to cover the king from being attacked by the pieces. So by my pieces. So I played rook to d1, attacking the rook, executing my plan, which is not really a big plan, it's just an ambitious plan that I hope my opponent doesn't see. It was like, I think it was 6 moves ahead. Then my opponent played the rook to d8, the h rook to d8. Now I was like, oh, my plan is coming to play. It's like my opponent is playing into my tricks. So I took the rook, of course. I want that file open. I want to play checkmate by playing bishop to... Let me see. After this move, by playing bishop to... I wanted to play bishop with the check. After I open up the file, like if my rook is right on d... My rook is on d1, and the way these rooks went there, it was checkmate. So I was looking to take that file. Then I took rook on d4. Then my opponent took back with the rook. Then I pushed the rook to d1. My opponent took. Then I was like, now the checkmate is there, but my opponent can still protect the checkmate. Like, it's easier to protect at this position. But my opponent didn't see the checkmate. So my opponent moved queen to e5. Then after playing this move, I played here. Then my opponent resigned because the game is over. Checkmate in 2, as you can see at the evaluation board. So I capitalized on my opponent's mistake. Or, as I said at the start of the video, one move can determine the game, or can make you lose the game, or can make you win the game if you are the opponent. So that was the game that I played yesterday, and that's how I won with this one chance. I was losing most of the game, but I got this chance and I took the opportunity and I won. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, share, and until we see each other again. Thank you.